What are type of protein databases? Let's get start. There are several types of protein databases available, each serving different purposes and containing different types of information. Some examples include sequence databases. These databases contain information about the amino acid sequences of proteins, such as UniProt and SwissProt. These databases are used to identify proteins of interest, perform sequence alignments, and study evolutionary relationships among proteins. Structure databases. These databases contain information about the 3D structures of proteins, such as the Protein Data Bank (PDB). These databases are used to study the relationships between protein structure and function, and to inform the design of new drugs and therapies. Functional databases. These databases contain information about the biological functions of proteins, such as interpro. These databases are used to predict the function of a protein based on its sequence, structure, or other characteristics, and to understand the relationships between proteins in biological pathways and processes. Pathway databases. These databases contain information about the interactions and pathways that proteins are involved in, such as the KEGG and reactome. These databases are used to understand the systems-level organization of biological processes and how different proteins interact to carry out these processes. Toxicity databases. These databases contain information about the potential toxicity of proteins and other biomolecules, such as the Comparative Toxicogenomics Database (CTD). These databases are used to predict potential toxicity of new compounds and to identify potential side effects of drugs. Drug target databases. These databases contain information about the proteins that are targeted by drugs, such as the ChEMBL and DrugBank. These databases are used to identify new drug targets and to understand the mechanisms of drug action. These are just a few examples of the different types of protein databases available, and new databases are constantly being developed and existing databases are constantly being updated and expanded.